This is Kyle Nash with the Black and Gold Banneret here at Edition Financial Arena, where the UCF Knights hosted the Houston Cougars in a conference game. The Cougars, of course, being ranked third in the nation going into this game, one of the highest ranked opponents UCF has faced in this building in the program's history. And in front of a crowd of 9,383 fans, the Knights were defeated 82-71. Now, while that double-digit score seems a little intimidating, it was pretty close at halftime there. Houston only winning by 4, 38-34 the score at the time. Had two players in particular, Taylor Hendricks and Ithiel Horton, being a big part of the action there. Horton, the leading scorer with 18 points. Hendricks with 17 and 7 rebounds as the team's leading rebounder on the night. And Houston coach Kelvin Sampson had this to say about Horton's ability to shoot quickly and how it impressed him.
Our defense was good, and they made some tough shots. I mean, especially at three. The one Horton kid, I couldn't believe the shots he was making early. And there was a loose ball that was kind of pinballing around. Found his hand, he just kind of flicked it up from about 4 feet behind the three-point line. Boom. But that's how you beat teams, is make those kind of shots.
Now, while the Knights had point guard Darius Johnson back in the lineup, Michael Durr, their 7-footer, still missing on the night. And considering that Houston doesn't have a player taller than 6'9" on their roster, that was definitely a factor. Overall, Houston still ended up out-rebounding UCF 38-27 on the evening. Second chance points, a huge factor on the night as well. And UCF's Ithiel Horton said this right after the game about that fact.
I mean, I feel like we getting hurt on the second chance opportunities. Like, I feel like our first shot defense is actually good for the most part. I think that when they keep getting the rebound back, getting the ball back, kind of defeats you inside, But I mean, other than that, we could talk more. We could be tougher. We can get to our rotations faster.
Now, while head coach Johnny Dawkins would have obviously preferred to win the game, he had a lot of positive things to say about the number of people that showed up to support the Knights tonight in what was probably the biggest crowd of the season so far. And Johnny Dawkins talked about the importance of that energy that a big crowd brings, not just for this game, but for the program moving forward.
Largest crowd here since the Illinois game, Coach, where the student section was overflowing. Just describe that atmosphere tonight.
It was beautiful. And as you know, we're going to have that, where we're headed and where we're going, even in our league right now. We're going to have that. It's so competitive. People coming here, teams are really good, really talented. And if you don't have a home court atmosphere like it was tonight, then we're at a disadvantage. Because when we go on the road to play those teams, they're going to have this type of home court advantage. They're going to have, a packed student section. They're going to have people in the stands. And to the point, as we move forward, those programs are going to travel. So which means they're going to bring a lot of people in our building. If we're not careful, you'll have half the building be Kansas fans or something like that. So we have to understand the importance of the timing of right now, starting to establish, like we did today, who we're going to be as a program, because it's going to be all hands on deck. We can't do it without our community.
So there you have it. UCF wraps up losing the game this evening to the Cougars, but this weekend at noon on Saturday, they will be facing the Temple Owls, the team that just would have been a week ago on that Saturday that they actually upset this Houston team 56-55. Should be a challenging game for the Knights, and with everybody except for Michael Durr back in play here with Darius Johnson back in the lineup, should be a very interesting matchup here at Edition Financial Arena. This is Kyle Nash with the Black and Gold Banneret.